Hi, my name is Kristen Shekel, and I'm a PA with the Society of Veteran Disability Examiner PAs. Today, I'm going to be discussing the Code of Federal Regulations electronic website, which is a very helpful tool for us to use as Veteran Disability Examiner PAs. The website is ecfr.gov, and this is the homepage when you type in that web address into your browser. You'll notice that the homepage contains 50 different titles. Each title represents an area under federal regulation. Title 38 talks about veteran, pensions, bonus, and relief. We're going to navigate and click on that title and then Chapter 1, Part 3. You'll see a table of contents, which lists an overview of everything contained in this Part 3 section. In terms of what we need to know as disability examiner PAs, we're going to go to the rating and evaluation for service connection section. The first couple items listed talk about principles related to service connection. I recommend that you go through each of these. Section 3.307 is where we're going to start. And this provides an overview of the requirements for presumptive service connection for chronic conditions, tropical conditions, prisoner of war related conditions, conditions caused by herbicide agents, the water supply at Camp Lejeune. And this is for the periods of service on or after January 1st, 1947. So the first requirement is the service must have occurred for 90 days or more. And that means active continuous service. For the purpose of herbicide agent exposure, meaning the Agent Orange exposure, that refers to service in Vietnam from the dates January 9th, 1962 to May 7th, 1975. It also includes service between April 1st, 1968 and August 31st, 1971 in a unit near the Korean demilitarized zone where herbicides are known to have been applied. That's very important to consider as well. In addition to Vietnam service, service in the Korean DMZ also during these dates qualifies for presumptive link to Agent Orange exposure. There's a lot of more information too in this section. I recommend reading through thoroughly. For conditions caused by water supply at Camp Lejeune, they have down the dates here, August 1st, 1953 to December 31st, 1987, and that it's referring to the TCE, PCE, benzene, and vinyl chloride that was contaminated in the water. So this is a great section, section 3.307. What I also like about this section is that you can click on the links in here and it will bring up the specific conditions. So if we start by clicking on 3.309A, it's going to take us to chronic conditions that can be granted service connection if it manifests during service or during the 1-year period after service. This is what we typically see when we're doing separation health assessments or general medical evaluations. And you'll see a wide range of medical conditions ranging from anemia to arthritis, epilepsy, to see kidney stones. Really general medical conditions are listed here. If we go back to that 3.307 and scroll down to like the herbicide agent conditions, it'll link us right to those conditions caused by TCDD Agent Orange. It does a really good job too of listing the different sarcomas caused by Agent Orange exposure. I use the back arrow to get back to that area, we had clicked on the diseases listed in that E section of 3.309. I'm gonna go down now to Camp Lejeune, and it says the diseases listed in 3.309F for Camp Lejeune conditions, and it has it right there. Please note that any of these gray highlighted areas can be clicked on and copied to the clipboard as a citation to use in your medical opinion. So table of contents, we just went through 3.307 and we clicked on the different links on that. You'll remember that a lot of the links we clicked on were in 3.309. So I'm just going to click there as another way of navigating to that section for the overview of conditions that can be service connected. And then there's other subsections, conditions specific to prisoners of war, radiation specific conditions, lists of different operations associated with those different radiation exposure conditions. We're back at the herbicide presumptive conditions and the Camp Lejeune. These are more radiogenic diseases linked to radiation exposure, ionized radiation. As we keep navigating down, we will reach Persian Gulf veteran conditions. They have listed here examples of undiagnosed illnesses and medically unexplained chronic multi-symptom illnesses that are presumptively caused by Gulf War service. Also lists infectious diseases caused by Gulf War military service. What I really like is this table here where it talks about health effects associated with these different conditions, infectious disease conditions. So brucellosis can cause arthritis. You'll see Q fever can cause endocarditis. Malaria can cause demyelinating polyneuropathy. So this is a really helpful table to familiarize yourself with. I want to highlight also at the top of the page, if we click top, we can also search. So if we type in, for example, Camp Lejeune, it talks about hospital care medical services for Camp Lejeune veterans. We can look into that, and these are the different conditions that can be covered for Camp Lejeune veterans. It also talks about the service date requirements for at least 30 consecutive or non-consecutive days during this time period. I'm going to use the back arrow to get back to the search results. It talks about hospital care medical services for family members of Camp Lejeune veterans. And then we get back to that 3.307 that we started at. So this is an easy way to navigate there too. And just simply scrolling down to the Camp Lejeune heading right here and clicking on the diseases listed in 3.309F. It'll get you right there. Similarly, this can be done for herbicide. Search box. Again, will lead us there to 3.307. And we can go to the diseases listed in 3.309E. It'll take us right there. For burn pit exposure, they list it as fine particulate matter. That's a term they use in the Code of Federal Regulations. So we have claims based on exposure to fine particulate matter. And it gives us all this information here. One interesting thing that was recently updated on the Code of Federal Regulation is the service locations for Gulf War service include now the Southwest Asia Theater of Operations And this is newly added: Afghanistan, Syria, Djibouti, Uzbekistan, on or after September 19th, 2001. So the new locations are right here, and then they further define the locations contained in the Southwest Asia Theater of Operations. The dates of the Gulf War are 1990 to present. So this is a helpful overview, hopefully that can help with you navigating through this. Again, I recommend playing with this on your own, navigating through the different sections, finding what is most helpful to you. This is a very credible reference, though, that you can use in your medical opinions. To help further, at SovDepa, we've created a PowerPoint presentation discussing the Code of Federal Regulations, navigating through the website. And then we've highlighted, this is just cut and paste, up to date as of October 14, 2024, the different conditions under each of these different sections. So for example, the disease is subject to presumptive service connection. And in the PowerPoint, you can just click on the link and be directed to that section of the Code of Federal Regulations. We have the tropical diseases we've listed, diseases specific to prisoners of war, radiation conditions, conditions caused by herbicide exposure, Agent Orange, Camp Lejeune conditions, services for the veterans in the medical care, and then the Gulf War veterans, examples of the undiagnosed illness and medically unexplained chronic multi-symptom illnesses, which are presumptively linked to military service. We also have the infectious diseases and the health effects associated with those infectious diseases as listed in the Code of Federal Regulations, section 3.317. So hopefully this is helpful to you. Please email us at sovdepa2023@gmail.com if any other questions, and we wish you the very best. Thank you for your service to veterans as well.